What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 6 Scale Reviews. It's Dan, and today we have Crosshair from the Bad Batch TV series. This is TMS 087 from Hot Toys, and really excited to finally get this guy. I have Echo and Hunter. Had to get Crosshair. This thing came out, for pre-order a little bit less than a year ago, so that's actually really quick turnaround for Hot Toys. I'm very surprised, pretty happy with it. And yeah, I do plan on completing the Bad Batch. The whole team have to. I'm already this far in. Might as well keep going. So yeah. Anyways, really excited for this. Let's go ahead. Look at the art box. It has the classic cigar band right here on the bottom. Got a picture of the portrait here. Nothing too crazy. You got him all suited up with all of his accessories. And yeah, nothing too crazy. The back, of course, has all the legal information as I almost dropped this damn box. Um, But yeah, nothing too crazy. I think the art on the inside looks a lot better than what we get here. So I'm gonna go ahead, open this guy up. We get this very nice art little insert as always. We always get with a lot of these Star Wars figures, and it looks really cool. Actually, it's like very HDR. Like I don't know if that's coming across on camera like the way it is in person, but it's like super HD. It looks really good. Very nice editing for this shot. And of course, you get like, his helmet in the background. That's pretty cool. And yeah, this is pretty much all we get for Crosshair himself. You get one tray with all of his shit in there. And there he is, a bit of a sneak peek. Let's go ahead, get all the stuff out, and let's see what he comes with. Let's go. All right, everyone, here's everything that Crosshair comes with. It's a pretty decent amount. As you can see, the biggest selling point here is probably the weapon. It comes with all kinds of different swap outs here. As I zoom in right here, you can see I kind of laid it out in like the different configurations. Like you can add the sniper scope, and you can change the grip, and of course it comes with two barrels. Additionally, and I'll show the different variations of the gun itself with the figure a little bit later. But of course, you get the standard pistol that we get with most of the Star Wars clones. That's there. We get some droid poppers as well. I got a half one and then a full. And then we get the hands. The sculpts look the same pretty much as all the other ones. Nothing too different here. Of course, I got nice weathering, pitting all along the sides. And yeah, they look pretty good. They look like gloves. Can't really complain. They're pretty much the same as the other ones. Nothing too wild. But what is different here is going to be this crosshair head sculpt here. I'm going to go ahead, grab it. So this thing looks fantastic. I think I'm really happy with it. They did give you two of the little toothpicks in the box as well. It's in the same compartment as the extra like wrist joints. And I think it looks really good. Does it look like Tamora Morrison? A little bit. But I think it's really cool. The scar across the eye, that crosshair looks fantastic. And he just looks badass with that damn toothpick in his mouth. So can't really complain. I'm gonna put this on the head sculpt. I'm gonna put this head sculpt on the figure, and yeah, we'll get a little bit more look of it. Look at it later. Got that 5 o'clock shadow. Just a badass piece, man. I can't wait to really play with it. You know what I mean? And we also got this backpack here. Nothing too crazy with this thing. It does have a slot for the weapon, and it is magnetic, so you don't gotta lock or hook anything up. This thing just goes on right to the back of the figure. And I will, I'll show this a little bit more later. And it looks great. The details are always on point. Can't really complain too much about it. But yeah, great piece. It's very light. And if it's anything like the other ones, the magnets are going to be kind of weak on it. So we'll test that a little bit later in the review. But last but not least, we got the base here. And it is, the Bad Batch style. It has the little cover and then the standard ass, the typical base. But yeah, it's got this little, paper-like cover. So that's cool. It says Bad Batch, Crosshair on it. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that's everything he comes with. Let's go ahead, get the figure out himself, and let's see what he looks like. All right, everyone. Here he is finally in hand. We have Crosshair, and he looks fantastic. The details, the colors, the straps, everything looks really good on the armor. The weathering is just insane. Look at the back of his legs. They look crazy. all the scratches and stuff from his armor being used up. I mean, it's Crosshair, man. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of details on this figure, man. I'm really happy with it. I think this is probably the most detailed out of the other two that were released. Um, and another cool fact is that all these straps are actually genuine leather. So that's really cool. It's better than pleather. Of course, like, don't have to worry about peeling or anything like that. So that's really cool. You can see up close here as well. Like, it doesn't look like pleather at all. Like, it's very thick, coarse, just like leather. So that's very nice by Hot Toys. Welcome surprise. Glad they're finally trying to hopefully change up their materials and give us better stuff for our money. So that's pretty cool. You know, we got some type of shells right here. We got the skull as well, and then the 99. There's a lot of cool details on Crosshair that I didn't really notice before in the show until you actually got the figure. I get the figure in hand, and I'm just like, wow, all the crazy details are insane. We got his rangefinder here as well, and of course the Crosshair painted on the helmet. Looks badass. Just the details though on this helmet are insane as well. I love the black and the gray. That contrast looks really good, and all the scuffing and scratches. It looks insane. He has a very different helmet than most of the other guys, and looks great. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, what do you guys think about this figure? Is this, I know the Bad Batch isn't for everybody, but I mean, at the end of the day, even if I wasn't getting these, I could admit that these are pretty cool figures. But yeah, let's go ahead, put the head sculpt on real quick, see what he looks like. Boom, here he is, and I think it looks fantastic. Holy shit, that head sculpt looks great on the body. Now I did expose some of the neck because the sleeve does come down quite a bit, so. And it's a bit tough to pull it down, so don't be scared too. But it does come down, the sleeve. You just got to pull it back up once you swap out to the helmet again. It looks great, man. This head sculpt looks awesome. His hair looks clean. Everything it looks just like him for the most part. Like, if this was what he was going to look like in live action, it's exactly what he would, look like. And I have to say, like, I might display him like this because, like, I have the other guys with the helmets on. And, just kind of giving them more uniform look. But, they're so cool and unique. And they each have their own personality. So it's like, Crosshair was like one of my favorite characters of the Bad Batch. So, I don't know, man. He looks just badass, though, with the head sculpt on. That toothpick. Yeah, he's a badass, man. But, yeah, he looks really good. I'm going to show you how the backpack goes on. Once again, it's super weak, like I mentioned earlier. You touch it and just look at that, it just goes flying. So that's cool. It's bulky. It's bulky as hell, actually. You can see how much it pops out, but nonetheless, it looks great. And then of course the slot right there, you just go ahead, get the gun, and you slap it in like that, and it's locked in now. I'm gonna put the figure down. It's locked in now. It ain't going nowhere. It's in there because it's a magnet. There's a magnet somewhere, I think right about here on the gun. So then it just goes boom. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do like that a lot, and it gives you more posing options for this character. But yeah, I'm not gonna really go over articulation too much because I mean it's the same pretty much across the board as the other figures. It's got the clone armor. You guys know it can pretty much do whatever you want it to, nothing special. I would just advise be careful with this torso area. You don't want to rip off any of this genuine leather or anything like that. Because, yeah, you don't want to do that. Never. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead, pose this guy up. I'm going to bring out some of his, comrades. And, yeah, let's do it. All right, everyone. Here we are with the first pose. And something very simple. Nothing too crazy. Just got a Crosshair here, standing straight up and down. Head sculpt on, holding his helmet. And he looks great, man. You can also see the rifle in the back. This thing is actually pretty large. I don't see this thing fitting in a DTOL for anything like that. So definitely got to change the barrel for that to work. And the magnets hold very well in the backpack itself. I love how that is an actual function and that you can store it back there. I think that's cool. The backpack itself is kind of finicky, but the magnet, that's the weakest link out of all of that. When you're posing, probably add the backpack last. To save yourself a little frustration because that thing does kind of tend to pop off very easily. So just be careful. But in this shot here, you can see like all the up close details on the armor, the real leather straps, and all the little bits and pieces that go on the figure. It looks fantastic. The head sculpt, incredible, I think, for what it is. I know a lot of people aren't a big fan of like how they cross modulated animated and real life to make these head sculpts, but nonetheless it looks fine to me. Here's the current setup of the 3 figures that are out so far by Hot Toys. Got Echo, Hunter, and Crosshair now all together on the turntable. You can notice that Echo's red on his suit is much more vibrant than all the other ones, because he's the newest member of the team. So it does kind of stand out a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, but it's not a big deal. But you can definitely tell the difference because the red and the other figures like Crosshair and Hunter, they've been around for a while. It's a lot more faded, a lot more dirty and messed up. But they look great together, man, all of them. Just together. And that was the whole point, is to get all of these guys together, to get them look like a squad. And that's why I can't wait for Wrecker and Tech, because we're going to get to finish this team finally. And I think that's awesome. But nonetheless, they look fantastic together, really. Echo is a hell of a figure. So is Hunter. And the head sculpts are great. I like how unique they are. And yeah, let me know if you guys are completing the line as well, going down this rabbit hole, because I definitely am. I want to complete the team. And we all know Hot Toys doesn't do it very often, but yeah, here they are again, up close. The head sculpt on Crosshair is awesome. The little toothpick is cool. Cool little details, man. But here we are at the final pose. Got them in a more of a battle scene. You got Echo dragging Hunter. Hunter went down, he got hit. Crosshair is providing some cover fire. However you want to interpret it. I think, yeah, I just came up with some, random shit. But they look great together nonetheless. Like I said, all helmeted up. These guys look incredible as a squad. So that was the whole point. And yeah, I mean, they look fantastic. They're all posable, all kinds of their own unique accessories, and it looks great. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's it for this video. I appreciate you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.